let's talk a little jewelry, or at least a little valuables. When you think of sterling silver, my mind goes to jewelry, right? Well, sterling silver is also what you hope your dishes are made out of if you do have a silver collection. So to dive in deeper, here is Jeffrey Hess from Old Northeast Jewelers to talk about that and that new location in Hyde Park.
Yes, thank you. We do have a new store over in Hyde Park Village. I guess we talked about that before, though. But today we're going to talk about sterling silver. What's it worth? We wrote this cool book called What's It Worth, my wife and I, and it's a compilation of the columns that I write each week in the Tampa Bay Times. So this is a really cool book. It lists a lot of the cool things we bought over the years. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's for sale. But anyway, today we're going to talk about silver and why we are the best place to sell your silver and the valuation of such. Now, if you have things like this, kind of beat up, nondescript sterling silver, yeah, that's just worth the silver value. But where it pays to come and see Old Northeast Jewelers is when you have fine silver. You know, a lot of jewelers, coin dealers, etc., good people, wonderful people, by the way, but they'll just buy something for the silver value. They throw it on the scale and they pay you half the silver value. Well, we typically pay 10 to 15% under the silver value for scrap, but for cool stuff like this, way more. I'll give you a quick lesson. This is a Gorham repoussé piece from 1890. And repoussé means repush, I guess. Not really. My French isn't really good, but anyway, you can see that these are pushed out from the bottom. So it's very decorative and very hard to do. All the silver back then was made by hand. This is worth about 50% more than the silver value. This one's a little nondescript, but it's shaped like a leaf, but it's made by Tiffany & Company. So it's automatically, because it's old, worth double the silver value. Most Tiffany is. There are some pieces that are not. Some Tiffany are worth 10 to 20 times the silver value. This incredible piece here, if I don't make too much noise, is both repoussé and pierced. Beautiful handmade work. It's made in Germany in 1885. And we can figure that out because it's a hallmark. Now, it's only 800 fine silver, so it's not sterling, but it's still worth a lot more than the silver value because of the delicate nature of the workmanship. Here's an incredible little piece. This is also made by Gorham, but it was retailed by Marcus & Company. If you have anything signed Marcus & Company, they were like the Tiffany of New York, and that's kind of a malapropism. They were similar to Tiffany in New York, and they made some really grand stuff. But it was made by Gorham for Marcus & Company. This particular one is worth about 5 times the silver value. This was made in Copenhagen by George Jensen, and not only was it made by George Jensen, but it was made by one of his most renowned silversmiths. So all George Jensen is worth more than silver, but sometimes some of his more renowned silversmiths bring a lot of extra money, as does this one, even though it's a little nondescript. And last but not least, we have this very incredible piece that was made in England. This has beautiful English hallmarks, and it's just a wonderful little serving tray. I guess you could use it for bread or fruit or whatever you wanted to, but because it is mid-Victorian, 1866, it's worth considerably more than the silver value. If you have silver, remember, stop by Old Northeast Jewelers. Everything shouldn't be thrown on a scale. We know the good stuff and the bad stuff, and we'll tell you. Thank you.